During the 2015 Little League World Series Northwest Regional Games, Cascade Little League in Vancouver, Washington had experienced one of the most unfortunate endings to an all-star season. Find out what happened next. Cascade was confident heading into the regional tournament for good reasons. In 5 games during the state tournament, Cascade outscored its opponents 58-18 and hit 11 home runs, including 5 in a 15-6 championship game win over Mercer Island. Teams that typically make it past the state level don't get there by mistake. With over 7,000 teams starting in what is the largest team sport tournament in the world, making it to the top 100 remaining teams takes planning, and Cascade's team was no exception. In the years leading up to the 2015 tournament, 9 of the players on the team were part of a team which played several travel ball tournaments in the region. Williamsport was always the ultimate goal, and this was their one year to make that happen, and everything was falling into place.
The chance to get to Williamsport to play in the Little League World Series happens once when you're 12. When you're a 12-year-old Little League player and you're the manager or the coach of a 12-year-old Little League team, that's your one chance.
This brings us to the final game. Cascade is behind in the bottom of the 6th inning in an elimination game. Starting the last inning behind was not a new situation. So in this semifinal game, where the loser goes home and the winning team plays for their chance to go to Williamsport, Cascade was just 2 wins away from their dream, but trailing in the bottom of the 6th by 2 runs. Then the following happens.
Ground ball to third. May takes his time, throws wildly. Now he has 2 runners near third base. Throw comes back to second. They have a run down. A run is scored. This is the tying run being chased towards third, and now they lose the ball there. And the runner's down to second as well. The game continues as 8-7. The tying run at third and now winning run at second, as Idaho had a couple of chances to make a defensive play to end it and could not.
Very tough play here to make.
And now the run comes home, but time had been called as we take a look at the play. And they're going to end the game. We're going to watch this play because something shocking has just happened to end the game. The third base umpire has ended the game. The runner from third started to come home to tie the game. But they're saying there must have been some kind of contact between the third base coach and that runner. And Idaho has won this game in a bizarre fashion.
Bizarre to say the least. I am speechless.
But the umpires have made the call. The third base umpire, George Rodriguez, made the call. Idaho had asked for time. This is near the end of the play. You see the runner at third. They're asking for time. So now he tapped his runner. He touched his runner and moved him towards the plate. And that's the reason the call was made by the third base umpire, George Rodriguez. Had he verbally just told him to go, it looked like play was live. And that would have been the tying run.
You're absolutely right, Niels. Time had not been called. You can see the umpire standing behind third base, waiting patiently for something like this to happen. And you see here the coach inciting him verbally. He doesn't get the message, and then you see the physical prompt. And that's exactly what cannot happen. There cannot be physical contact between any member of the coaching staff and the player while the ball is live, and a tough break for the kids from Cascade.
Wow, what a crazy finish. A bizarre play that extended the game, and we thought the play was over, but it actually wasn't. And then coach's interference with the runner ends the game, and a heartbreak for Washington, and you can understand the disappointment.
coaches made a small mistake that costed them big. But now what's more admirable than how far this team went in the season is how they're staying positive and supportive despite what happened. It was the last inning for Vancouver's Cascade Little League, a single run from a tie game. Mason Hill went for it, thinking they had a shot.
We just tied the game. We have a shot at winning.
But then we rewind to see what happened just seconds before.
Mason didn't initially hear me, and so I touched him to get his attention. And in the umpire's judgment, that was assisting.
And assisting is illegal.
He's within his right to make that call.
The umpire said because the base coach stepped outside of his box to assist Hill, the run was ruled invalid, costing the team the game and costing the team their chance to go to the World Series.
The chance to get to Williamsport to play in the Little League World Series happens once when you're 12. When you're a 12-year-old Little League player and you're the manager or the coach of a 12-year-old Little League team, that's your one chance. And so this was our chance, and to have it end because of something that I did, as I said, I'll have to live with that.
Although Coach McCarthy is clearly upset.
I apologized to the kids immediately after the game, apologized to their parents.
The boys on the Cascade Little League team are proud of their coach.
I've got Brendan's back 100%. He did what he did, and the umpire made the call, and that's it.
Now, Mason added their run this season was good, and in the end, it was all worth it to make it to regionals. Reporting live in studio tonight, Vanessa Paz, Fox 12 Oregon.
For the record, the base coach is not allowed to make any contact whatsoever if it's deemed to assist the runner. It doesn't matter if he's in the coach's box or not, and it does not matter if it's a very slight touch or an outright push. The Rule 7.09H reads, "It is interference if in the judgment of the umpire, the base coach at third base or first base, by touching or holding the runner, physically assists that runner in returning to, leaving third or first base." So giving a high five or patting them on the back as they round a base on a good hit or a home run is not considered assisting. But this case is clear textbook interference and an out. The coach tapped him twice and then pushes him to go. I also find it rather amusing that while the local news station had clear HD video available to them of this play, they chose to show the most blurry replay possible. Why? Because it's obvious, even to a novice player, that this was the right call by the third base umpire. No one could argue it wasn't the right call.